conservation is key to this emergency. The city of Jacksonville, I declared a water emergency due to a major water main leak that's right in front of our plant. And what that is it's water that has been treated in our facility that it would be pushed out into our system, basically to the Massey View Water Tower and Veterans Park Tower. So it's treated good water, and that main broke. So we had to basically shut down our plant. It's offline now. The engineers and our water department are working diligently to get this problem corrected. It is unknown when the problem will be corrected, but make sure you know that they are working tirelessly, and we're optimistic that sometime today we can have our water plant back online. This is an emergency, and like I said earlier, conservation is the key. We all must do our part. I know it's a struggle, and I know it's a hassle, but just simple things. This is a life safety issue. If we don't conserve and we don't get our plant online at a certain time, we will run out of water in Jacksonville, and we don't want that to happen. Like I said, to life safety. Our business partners, including Reynolds, Main Street Cleaners, Nestle, and many more that I can't mention or don't have time to, they all are conserving water, and we need all of you to do that as well. So this is a little different than the flood 5 years ago around this time. Different sets of circumstances, but you know, we don't know what caused this water main break. It may be an aging facility, which we are taking steps to fix with our new water treatment plant. So I'll turn it over to Phil or Dale, and we'll answer questions later.
As Mayor Izzard said, we are under a precautionary boil order. Morgan County Health Department staff are contacting all of our restaurants, food establishments throughout the county that are affected. If you do see they're open, we've ensured that they're operating at the safest capacity possible. They are utilizing water that they are either bringing in from an alternative source or are boiling. So that's on the commercial side of it. On the residential side of it, we have boil order recommendations posted on our website at the Morgan County Health Department's website. They'll instruct you on what water is safe to be used for, not safe to be used for, bathing, cooking, washing of fruits and vegetables, that type of thing. So if we're going to consume it, it either needs to be a bottled water or a boiled water. For hygiene and bathing, you can use the water. The water is going through the system, so it is just as similar as when we have a small scale boil order. It'll be the same standards, but as the mayor said, we want to conserve water as much as possible. We'll be wasting it. Use it on an as-needed basis so that we can support those essential services. And if you have any questions regarding the use of water, you can always call the health department at 217-245-5111. Thank you.
What's your name?
Dale Bainer.
How do you spell that?
Bainer is B as in boy, A-I-N-T-E-R.
Okay, I'm Phil McCarty with Jacksonville Morgan County Emergency Management. To echo exactly what the mayor and Director Bainer said, conservation is the word for the morning. It's everybody's responsibility to save water in order to ensure that we can make it through the next 24, 48 hours to ensure the system can recover. This isn't going to be a quick fix, but we are going to get it fixed within a reasonable amount of time. This is not like the flood previous. We are under a boil order across the whole entire city, as well as part of our county co-ops that are part of our system. Some are exempt, some are not. So if you have any concern whether you're in the limit or not, please check our Facebook page, the city website, the county health department, or call, and we can share any information. Does anybody have any questions or anything at this time?
How long is the water supply going to last?
Depends on how well people conserve. The more conservation, the more it's going to last. We are not putting a drop of clean water in the system at this time. We're completely offline.
So no less than days, hours?
based on conservation. The more they conserve, the longer the water will last.
How many customers are affected by this?
The whole city of Jacksonville is affected, not South Jacksonville, mind you, just corporate limits of the city of Jacksonville. The portions of Alexander are affected, and there are a couple other of the rural co-ops that are affected, but most of them are working their way off to secondary sources. For example, Franklin is getting water from Waverly and such. So.
And how many number, 10,000 people or?
Well, the city has 18,000 people that live in it, so I'm guessing we're probably upwards of 20,000 that are affected. Any other questions at this time?
Yeah, the break, can you describe like what happened or like?
They're still digging down to get it fixed. We have to relieve the pressure out and make it safe for the workers to be down into the hole to fix it. So it's a main feed into the system directly off of the water treatment facility that broke. So it's a fairly large pipe, and they're still in the process of fixing it. So it's hard to describe how it's broke when they're still in the process.
Are breaks like this common or?
I can't remember. Nor could any of the operators could remember when we had a break such as that in the past.
Does this show urgency to get the new plant open?
The urgency was set when we had the flood in the past. We were working through. These are one of those things that you can never prepare for. We maintain. The city does a fabulous job maintaining their water system, and we're building a new plant. But these unpredictable. That's why it's an emergency today.
And I'm sure the residents of Jacksonville are wondering how long they're going to be having to put up with this. Do you have a timeline of when that plant's supposed to be open, or a timeline of when this should be fixed?
Well, I'll let Mayor Ezer discuss the new facility. We don't have a timeline yet. We hope to have a timeline late this morning on when we're going to have clean water back into the system. But as in for the new facility, I'll let Mayor Ezer speak on that.
Yeah, our new water treatment plant is scheduled to be operational in the fall of 2017. I know construction workers have been out there working and it's things are going smoothly. At this time, I would say they're probably close to 30% complete, but with good weather and fortunate, no significant issues we'll have, it'll be operational in the fall. And if not, I'll let you know, but we'll keep you updated on that. I believe you were on your way over to do another story about our new water treatment plant. Now we had this morning, but again, it just shows the significance of us taking that big step, the $30 million step to open a new water treatment plant with our aging plant just down the hill.
How and when was the break discovered?
Our operators that are out there, we have nighttime operators, and they informed there's assistants, Superintendent Jack Cosner and Assistant Rick Herron this morning before 2 o'clock, and then they called Phil, and Phil called me a little after 2, and then the process started. We established an EOC at about 4 o'clock this morning, and I had our first briefing. And then we met again at I believe 6:30, and then we have our first press conference right now, with probably another press conference to take place at 2 o'clock this afternoon when we get a better picture after another briefing of the problems. So we just appreciate the community's patience and social media and the outlets of the news. We appreciate you sending out that information, and we'll try to answer any questions of concerned citizens, but we're optimistic that we can get something done sooner than later. But like Dale said, and Phil said, the boil over will probably be 24 to 48 hours. But we just want to get that plant up and running again to produce fresh water to push back into the system and fill our towers. That's what we're striving for right now.
Any other questions at this time? Otherwise, we'll meet again at 2 o'clock unless you're otherwise notified. Yeah, right. right here. We'll meet here at 2 o'clock, unless otherwise notified. As more information comes out, we won't withhold it, we'll release it, but we'll have a plan on having a formal press conference at 2 p.m. right here. Thank you.